Did NASCAR engineer a caution at the end of that race to cost Chase Elliott a win? Let's talk about it. Coming up next. What is going on, everybody? Hope you're doing good today. Wearing the Sundrop shirt because it is Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s birthday. So happy birthday to him. Make sure you tell him happy birthday on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you're at. Anyway, did NASCAR engineer a caution at the end of the race? They brought out one of those, basically the last two cautions were brought out by that pref board, that corrugated pref board sign that was laying in sort of just outside of the groove. Did NASCAR engineer that? At first, I didn't think so. First of all, that was close. That was debris in the groove, so there should have been a caution. But my issue with it is, should that caution have come out earlier? I didn't even notice it or think about it, but I saw this interesting exchange on Twitter from Denny Hamlin and Brett Griffin, so let's take a look at that. I was told the poster laying in turn 6 had been there for a while. Does anyone know how long that caution created a demolition derby? Denny Hamlin says, it came into play around the end of stage 2, I believe. I hit it when it was flying up in the air, then laid against the wall in turn 6 for a while after that. I can't say with certainty it was the end of stage 2, but certainly at the very beginning of the 3rd at least. But it was laying in the middle of the track. Caution got to be called. Why we have signage coming into play during a race is another topic, LOL. So there you have it. From Denny Hamlin's own mouth, and even Brett Griffin said he heard other people say it. That poster or that sign or whatever you want to call it was laying there at the beginning of stage 3 at the very latest, possibly at the end of stage 2. So that begs the question, there's two arguments here. One argument is NASCAR knew it was there and they used it to throw a caution at the end of the race because the race was boring and they wanted to create excitement. This is a feeling or a sentiment that a lot of people have had. In fact, before any of this ever happened, you had this comment from Chris Rice who said, we're probably about to get a caution because this is a boring race. Let's read it real quick. From Dustin Albino, Chris Rice says he thinks there will be a caution by the end of the race. It's gone boring for too long. His driver, AJ Allmendinger, still sits third, 4.4 seconds back. So there you go, just enough fuel for the conspiracy theories. I'll put on my tin hat, whatever. But that is the conspiracy theory, right? That there is a good general feeling amongst a vast majority of the fans that if a race is boring for long enough, NASCAR will find a reason to throw a caution. And those fans think that NASCAR knew that was there and they let it stay there until the very end of the race and then threw the caution and used that as the excuse. Whether that's true or not, who knows? But the other side of that argument, let's have NASCAR's argument. Let's say NASCAR didn't know it was there and they just noticed it there at the end of the race, which begs the question, I mean, if that's NASCAR's argument, which would rationally be NASCAR's argument, how did you miss it for an entire stage? Possibly the end of one stage and the entire longer third stage. You missed it for the entire longer third stage until NBC possibly showed it on TV. So this once again brings into question NASCAR's legitimacy of their officiating because they claim they missed Denny Hamlin spinning out at the start-finish line basically on a previous race at Texas that created the William Byron scenario where he wrecked him under caution and then got penalized for it possibly 2 weeks later or not penalized for it at all as it wound up being after the appeals and all that. So once again, no matter what the argument is, NASCAR doesn't look great, but let me know down in the comments below what you think. Do you think NASCAR waited until the end of the race and used that to throw a caution to make the race more exciting, or do you think it was just NASCAR missed it until NBC showed it? Let me know down in the comments what you think about it. Would love to hear your side of the story on this particular argument. If you got any comments or questions, of course, leave them. Feel free to subscribe if you've made it this far because I appreciate all the subscriptions and this channel really, really appreciates them. And everybody that's already subscribed, we appreciate you as well. And other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.